Miguel. I'm proud of him. He faced adversity in his career, the Margarito loss, the Pacquiao loss, and he bounced back. He found a way to remain relevant after all these years in the sport, and he's trying to go back to what made him special: the body punching, the left hook, just that grit and grind. Looking forward to this fight. I have some connects in New York, and I talked to somebody who actually had the pleasure of seeing Miguel Cotto, who is training. And they said he looked in good shape and he looked ready to go. He looked sharp. So I'm looking forward to this fight. That's what inspired me to make this graphic. I'll try to put a picture of Miguel Cotto. But if he pulls an upset, I'm not mad at it. I like Miguel Cotto a lot, and I'll be happy.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, in the words of the great Roy Jones Jr., y'all must have forgot. Miguel Cotto, tonight, he did his thing. He proved a lot of people wrong, a lot of doubters. He basically reinvented himself. Great, solid win, brilliant performance. I tip my hat off to him. Some of you guys are acting as if I said some crazy shit. That's why I played that to begin this video. I always had the utmost respect for Miguel Cotto. I simply thought he was going to lose because he wasn't big enough. And I thought Sergio taking a year off, he would be rehabilitated better. And I didn't think he would look completely shot. Therefore, I was wrong. I thought Sergio would be too big for him. And Miguel Cotto perhaps bit off more than he can chew. I was wrong. And this is an instance where I don't mind being wrong because in boxing, I love a good underdog story. So the fact that he won, I actually wanted him to win. I just didn't think he was going to win. But I told you that in the video. Anyway, I'm back with my segment, What's Next? I want to talk about Miguel Cotto. And I'm going to give it to you real. Some of you guys are diehard Cotto fans. Some of you guys diehard Martinez fans. I'm not pulling any stops. I'm just really going to give it to you how I see it. Miguel Cotto, he's now the lineal middleweight champion. If I were him, I don't really see him having as much success fighting someone like Gennady Golovkin. You got to put things in perspective. Now, again, I give him full credit for beating Sergio Martinez because I thought Sergio Martinez was just going to be too much for him, and he went out and dominated. And I gave Sergio Martinez like one round, and it was a pity round. So you got to put it in perspective, though. Sergio Martinez, clearly his knee had come back to haunt him, and Cotto capitalized, did what he can do. He stuck to his game plan. He did look like vintage Cotto. His ring generalship was great. The left hook was great. His attack, aggression, he knew when he had his man hurt, and he did exactly what he had to do. However, that's not going to be the case fighting everybody. A guy like Gennady Golovkin, now, Gennady Golovkin hasn't really fought the top middleweights, in my opinion. I told you Gennady Golovkin at this point in Sergio's career would demolish Sergio, and it looks like that would have been true too. I definitely think Gennady Golovkin would have beat Sergio Martinez as well. I don't think Cotto's really big enough to campaign at middleweight. I really don't, even though he had that sensational performance, especially with a guy like Triple G. Triple G is arguably the best fighter at middleweight. Cotto's only one fight deep, and it was against a fighter who we didn't know how he was going to look. And that's what a lot of people were banking on, and they were right because Cotto, again, he capitalized on that. Had Sergio fought him before the Chavez Jr. fight, before the injuries, might have been a different fight, but it wasn't. It is what it is. I just really don't see him beating a Gennady Golovkin. I think Gennady Golovkin is too hard, even though he's faced lighter competition. Guys at 160, like guys who have been fighting at 160, can't take his power. So personally, I would rather see Triple G move up, fight a Chavez Jr., who's big as fuck, fight a Andre Ward, who is a pound for pound great, fight a Carl Froch, which is a huge money fight, and Carl Froch coming off a tremendous win and a retaliation fight against George Groves. Those fights make a lot more sense than Cotto, even though Cotto is the lineal champion. I think Cotto will do much better at 154, or fight like a Canelo. If Canelo, since he has trouble making weight, if Canelo looks right in the Lara fight and wins, then have Canelo fight at a catch weight or just move up to middleweight. I think Canelo makes middleweight easy, and that's a great fight. Puerto Rico versus Mexico, you can't go wrong. They've given us tremendous wars, brilliant fights. So that's what I'm gunning for. That's what I would really like to see. That's number one on my list. Canelo versus fucking Miguel Cotto. Puerto Rico, Mexico, um, especially if Canelo proves his worth and gets past Edislan de Lara. Aside from that, a lot of people are screaming out, "Oh, Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather." Floyd hasn't really expressed an interest in moving up to middleweight, but if Floyd wants to grow a pair and move up to middleweight to challenge Miguel Cotto, a guy he's already beat, but who is looked better minus the Austin Trout fight, then that would be great for both fighters' legacy. Great for Floyd Mayweather. He'll have, I believe, a 6th division championship if he can beat Cotto. Cotto has a chance to avenge his loss. So I really like the fight. I like Mayweather versus Cotto. Plus, if you look at the Mayweather pattern, Mayweather fought Robert Guerrero, didn't do spectacular numbers. So what did he do his next fight? He fought Canelo, and that did astronomical numbers. And then his last fight with Maidana didn't do great numbers. So we may get this fight. Miguel Cotto. I don't know what weight it would take place. Floyd Mayweather is still the A side in terms of earnings and whatnot. I just don't know if Floyd wants that. I don't know if he wants to go up. And obviously, him being his own boss is going to dictate that. And Cotto is kind of in limbo. I think he works a lot with Top Rank. They help put on this fight, Cotto Martinez. And Mayweather has vehemently expressed no interest in wanting to work with Bob Arum. So I don't know how likely that is, but like I said, if Mayweather wants that or if they want a rematch, that's a big money fight that'll do numbers. Give Cotto a second crack at Mayweather and then give Mayweather a chance to earn history. And Cotto gave Mayweather some problems in that fight. I just think a lot of people are getting a little bit too gassed up. Like, Cotto has 2 solid wins. Delvin Rodriguez was a tune-up fight, and then he fought Sergio Martinez. Some of you guys are like, oh, him and Triple G. I really don't think that's good for him. But again, I didn't think Martinez would look that bad against him either. So I could be wrong. Maybe Cotto fights Triple G and it's a totally different looking fight than what I thought. Triple G hasn't faced someone that I would rank like I ranked Miguel Cotto. So I could be way off. I just think Triple G's too big. He's smart. He's technical. He's pretty technical. And he has that tremendous power. And that's a far cry from Sergio Martinez, who it was in limbo. Like, I never in my wildest dreams thought Sergio Martinez, after a year of recuperation and rehabilitation, would look that shot. But he does. So, number one on my list, a fight with Canelo. I just think that's huge. Oscar De La Hoya has expressed interest in working with Bob Arum again. Make that shit happen. If not, Floyd Mayweather, even though I thought Floyd clearly won the first fight, Floyd still needs opponents. It's not going to really sell as much if he fights certain guys. Miguel Cotto will sell because Miguel Cotto knows how to pack a house. Then, if none of those fights happen, I guess see Miguel Cotto at 160, fight Peter Quillen, fight Triple G, fight whoever he wants at middleweight, and defend. So that's my pick, really. But number one on my list is Canelo and Cotto. I think that stylistically is a great matchup. I think it's more likely to happen. Like I said, Floyd hasn't really expressed any interest in going up. He barely makes 154. Like, he weighs like 148, 151, and his other opponents are outweighing him 160, 165, or whatever. So I don't know if he'll do it. It'd be nice if he did do it, just to put that stamp on his legacy. But based on his size, based on him calling the shots, I don't know if it would happen, but I would love to see it. If not, Cotto versus anybody, really. Cotto, he's proved a lot of people wrong with this win. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys want to see next from Miguel Cotto. Make sure you like the video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video is Ego, signing off.